Every election, millions of Filipinos head to the polls to choose the leaders who will shape our nation's future. But is democracy only about voting? What happens after election day? Democracy depends on informed and active citizens who participate beyond the ballot box. Today, we'll explore why citizen participation is more than just a constitutional right, it's an ethical responsibility that helps build a stronger and more democratic Philippines.
Hello and welcome to our podcast. We are Group 1. Today we'll be discussing an important issue under Philippine politics entitled Citizen Participation. I'm Adrian.
And I'm Jordan. Thank you for joining us. Democracy is often associated with elections and voting, but being a responsible citizen goes far beyond casting a ballot every few years. Every day, Filipinos make choices that shape the future of our communities and our nation. These choices include staying informed, participating in public discussions, engaging with local government initiatives, and holding public officials accountable.
As students and future professionals, we chose this topic because citizen participation is essential to building a democratic society. While every Filipino has the right to participate in governance, many barriers still prevent meaningful participation. At the same time, issues such as political apathy, misinformation, and limited public engagement continue to affect democratic decision making. These challenges make citizen participation not only a political concern, but also an ethical one.
And so, in today's podcast, we'll first discuss what citizen participation is, why it is important in Philippine society, the groups and institutions involved, the ethical issues surrounding it, and finally, the ethical interventions that can help encourage more responsible participation. Without further ado, let's begin by understanding the background of our topic.
Before discussing the ethical side of our topic, let's first understand what citizen participation is and why is it matter. Citizen participation is the active involvement of people in decisions that affect their communities and the nation. According to Democracy International, it goes beyond voting during elections and includes activities such as public consultation, petitions, citizen initiatives, and other form of civic engagement that allow people to contribute to the governance.
In the Philippines, citizen participation is protected by the 1987 Philippine Constitution, which recognizes the people's right to take part in social, political, and economic decision making. This is further supported by the 1991 Local Government Code, which encourages citizens and civil society organizations to participate in local governance.
Despite this legal protection, meaningful participation remains a challenge. Many Filipinos, especially young people and marginalized groups, continue to face barriers such as limited access to information, technology, and opportunities to participate. Government agencies like the DSWD, DILG, and the DBM have introduced programs to encourage public involvement. But the Open Government Partnership notes that these efforts are not always fully implemented in practice.
This issue matters because citizen participation strengthens democracy. According to the United Nations Development Program, involving citizens in governance help improve public services, promotes transparency and accountability, and ensures that government decisions reflect the needs of the people. These benefits show why responsible citizen participation is not only important for good governance but also essential to building a more inclusive and democratic society.
Citizen participation is not only a political right but a moral responsibility. The ethical problem arises when citizens become indifferent, uninformed, or irresponsible in exercising their role in a democracy. When people choose not to vote, spread misinformation without verifying facts, or make up political decisions based only on their personal interest, their actions can negatively affect the entire community. Since citizens influence leadership choices and public policies, responsible participation becomes an ethical issue, not just a political one.
What makes this issue ethically problematic is that democracy depends on the active and responsible involvement of its citizens. When people fail to fulfill their civic responsibilities, the quality of decision making and governance can suffer. This may result in leaders being elected without proper scrutiny and policies being created that do not truly serve the public interest. Therefore, citizen participation carries ethical significance because it directly affects the welfare of society.
One ethical perspective that helps explain this issue is deontology or duty based ethics. According to this theory, individuals have the moral duties and responsibilities regardless of the outcomes. So, as citizens, we have the duty to participate honestly and responsibly in democratic processes. This includes staying informed through credible sources, respecting the rights and opinions of others, and making a thoughtful decisions when voting or engaging in public decisions.
From a deontological perspective, failing to fulfill this responsibility is ethically wrong because it neglects the duties that citizens owe to society. Responsible participation helps uphold the democratic values, promotes accountability, and ensures the citizens contribute positively to the governance of their communities.
Another relevant ethical concept is virtue ethics, which focuses on the development of good moral character. Active citizen participation reflects important virtues such as responsibility, fairness, integrity, and concern for others. Citizens who engage in community planning, decision making, and monitoring public programs demonstrate these virtues by working for the benefit of the society rather than focusing only on personal interest.
The concept of the common good also supports the importance of citizen participation. The common good emphasizes that social and political actions should promote the well being of the entire community. When citizens participate actively, diverse perspectives are represented, public resources are used more responsibly, and community needs better addressed. As a result, participation strengthens transparency, accountability, and inclusive decision making.
Based on these ethical perspectives, citizen participation is morally right because it fulfills our duties as citizens and encourages virtuous behavior. It allows individuals to contribute meaningfully to society and support democratic governance.
Therefore, the ethical analysis shows that citizen participation is essential for promoting responsibility, justice, and the common good. By staying informed, participating actively, and considering the welfare of others, citizens help create a stronger democracy and a better society for everyone.
Now that we have discussed the ethical issues surrounding citizen participation, the next question is, what can be done to address these challenges? One proposed ethical intervention is to strengthen civic education and ethical citizenship programs in schools and communities. These programs should go beyond teaching citizens about their rights by also emphasizing their responsibilities in a democratic society. By integrating media and information literacy, citizens can develop the skills to verify information, think critically, and make informed decisions instead of relying on misinformation or personal biases.
Another important intervention is to create more opportunities for meaningful citizen participation. Local government units, schools, and civil society organizations can organize regular community consultations, youth forums, town hall meetings, and public discussions where citizens can freely express their own opinions and contribute to decision making. These activities encourage people to participate not only during elections, but also in addressing community concerns throughout the year.
From an ethical perspective, these interventions are supported by deontology because they encourage citizens to fulfill their moral duty to participate honestly, responsibly, and with respect for others. They also reflect virtue ethics by developing qualities such as responsibility, integrity, fairness, and concern for the welfare of the community. Through continuous participation, citizens become active contributors rather than passive observers in democratic governance.
Lastly, These interventions promote the principle of the common good by ensuring that decisions are made with the welfare of the entire community in mind. When citizens are informed, engaged, and given opportunities to participate, they help create a more transparent, accountable, and inclusive government. In this way, ethical citizen participation strengthens democracy and contributes to a better society for present and future generations.
As we conclude our podcast, we want to leave a message that citizen participation is not just a political right, but also an ethical responsibility. In an ethical perspective, the ontology emphasizes that it is our moral duty to become responsible participants in promoting good governance. Meanwhile, virtue ethics guides our political decisions with values such as responsibility, fairness, integrity, and concern for others. In every choice we make, we must consider the common good for the entire community and not act solely based on our personal interests.
Our ethical judgment is that citizens must vote with knowledge and virtue. We must develop political awareness, verify information, learn from past experiences, and become voices of marginalized communities. We should choose leaders who listen to the concern of citizens, see the needs of people, and have the commitment to build a brighter society for the present and future generations. So, by becoming a role model to the younger generations and more involved citizens in democratic society, we are contributing to the welfare of our country.
Becoming a responsible citizen is not a choice anymore. It is our moral duty to utilize our democratic power to stop public officials who avoid accountability and transparency. Change otherwise, we will never be freed from a society with limited improvements. Begins with us. We are relying on your hands to redevelop the system. Every informed decision, every well thought out ballot, and every echo contributes to a better future.
So, thank you for listening to our podcast. Now, it is your turn to participate meaningfully and use your voice for the Filipino people. Be brave enough to be heard, and we hope that this podcast will serve as a reminder to vote responsibly and better. This concludes our podcast. Thank you.